Don't click away, guys. Let me, yeah, let me explain. Turn this down a bit. Sorry for cutting out. Okay. Let me explain. So, my name is Albert, the Random Gamer, and why the heck am I playing some kind of, probably mature, dated sim? Well, more about that in a bit. You see, when I decided to start a gaming channel, I wanted to, like, have a lot of variety, you know, just like play a variety of games so that almost anyone could go to my channel and watch it. That's why like, sure, there might be some kind of game that I prefer, but hey, I'm like, with this mindset, I might find a game that's interesting. So, this, here's just a random free game I found on Steam, has a lot of good reviews. Let's do this. My name, Al. I'm now gonna do Al as my name whenever they have me enter my name. Probably should have thought about that when I started Overtime. Also, sorry for the haters, I've just been thinking of what to do. Hey! I see an annoying girl run towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. No, I have no friends. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. No voices, because I do not want to hurt my throat. I overslept again. Will I call you this time? Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Al. Well, people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Ooh, fine. But you did wait for me, after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Maybe pronouncing these wrong. Whatever. We cross the street together and make our way to school. Disclaimer, I am not really that much of an anime fan. As much as some other people might find playing this game, so forgive me for my ignorance and stupidity towards this. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Al, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Can't imagine that. Video game sure, anime not so much. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Ugh, she sounds like this. I get that a lot. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. NEET, that stands for not in education, employment, or training. Basically, unemployed losers. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After packing up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know... Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Us normal people call it the... But I forgot what it was. Book club? Book club. Normal people call it book clubs. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please? Why do you care so much anyway? Well... I kinda told the club yesterday I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep! I do that all the time. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned this all out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! You're a pushover, Al. Actually... nah, you are being kind of a jerk earlier. Am I technically talking about myself? I don't know. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Worth it! I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. I guess in Japan they just prefer to use year instead of grades, like first year, third, instead of like, I don't know. Although maybe this applies to, like, I don't know about Japanese customs. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club, it's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Al, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. And thus begins this... Okay. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Obviously a tsundere. I know that term, even though I am not versed in anime and Japanese stuff. Natsuki. Oh yeah, she's Natsuki. Cool. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes you think she's probably a first year. So there's always got to be that one anime character girl who's like 16 or 15 or whatever, but looks like an underage. Here, like the age of adult is like 15 or something. Japan. Don't quote me on that. It's like, the point is, look younger. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. Aren't you the one full of energy? And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Just don't say things like that. Yuri is a gender-neutral name. And it also means... never mind. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people in Suzuki. I have a feeling I'm gonna like her later on. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. Do I? It's great to see you again, Al. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica's probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. Hey, don't sell yourself short, Al. You're probably great looking. I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to imprint an image of myself onto you? So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Al. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. There's a lot of empty desks there. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? Japan. Japan and England, the two countries who love tea. Like a lot. I don't know. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Aw man, pics please. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate used to make ears. Cool, cat cupcakes. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Oh! Double Fang! Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talked with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. Wow. I turned the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. I read that what you do is you cut off the top with the icing, and then you, like, put it on, take the other half, the bottom half, and just, like, sandwich the icing between the two halves. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. Wonder if she made it herself. This is real good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Yes! It's not like I. It's not like I like you or anything. The catchphrase of all tsunderes. Made them for you or anything. Yep, there it is. The quick denial. Common trait in tsunderes. I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But not for you, you know, dummy. Ah, there it is. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. You might be able to find a tsundere in more than just Japanese media. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Yeah. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. She doesn't look intimidated. That's not. Honestly, I think I'd feel rather calm around her. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Geez, Al, okay. I can now say with confidence that you are a predetermined character and not in any way, like, someone where I can implant my own. Like, you're definitely not a Skyrim character where I can, like, make you my own, myself. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Not exactly dragged. She was just all like, come to the literature club. I was like, fine, I guess I could go for a cupcake, and then you went there. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. Politics. Let me tell you about politics. Krusty Krab is unfair, okay? It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. I'm gonna steal the Declaration of Independence. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Take a look, it's in a book. Reading Rainbow. Monika's really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Yeah, why only I guess to keep the cast small. I mean, we already tell. There's like each character. It seems like one distinct type, personality type for each character. Surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially reading. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. Oh, I feel that, but like isn't interested to start reading. But whenever I read the book, like if it's a good book, I do get engrossed in it. It's just a rough start to start reading. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they are also delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So wow, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Just admit you read manga, you weeb. Sorry. Manga. Knew it! Called it! Weeb. Sorry. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. You like her, don't you, Al? Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. I like lore-heavy stuff, too. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Yeah, it's amazing what one person can come up with, just lore and stuff. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel about lore-heavy stuff. Story-heavy stuff. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Yeah, we all have our comfort zones. Hers must be books. Nerd! But, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Psychological. So, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde or whatever? Read that recently. Yeah, it was kind of good. Kind of slow. And of course, the twist didn't surprise me since we all know that Dr. Jekyll's Mr. Hyde. So sorry if you didn't read the book, apparently. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? I mean, plot twist? I don't know. In my experience, plot twists are either, they'll either go under one of two categories. One being, well, that came out of nowhere. Stupid plot. Or stupid twist. Or, yeah, we all knew that was going to happen. Stupid twist. It's either too obvious or not obvious enough. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Now, I don't read horror stories or watch horror movies, but I do like creepypasta a lot. Then there was Tales Nightmare. That didn't turn out well. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. You're being too hard on yourself again, Al. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes start over to me for a split second. Never mind. I wonder, is a split second different from a regular second? Why split second? Why? Maybe it's half second? That's right. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? You struck a nerve, Monica. What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Stranger danger, back up, Sayori. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. This is a haiku. Here are 7 syllables. Here are 5 more. And here are 5 more. Not a very confident writer yet? You're your own worst critic. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and hope Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sat in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Nat and Yuri. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monaco. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Homework. Then next time we meet, we'll share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that I have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Al? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Yeah, friendship! Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. Oh god, man, everyone's sad now, except for her. She looks pissed. All 4 girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. Is that what that is? But, oh no. I'm sorry, I thought... Ow. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear decision when it's like this? Yeah, just... Look at this. Guilt. So much guilt. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... okay, now... boys will be boys. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. We all know that you got to respect women. Yes, I'm so happy. And that's what I'm gonna do with this game, I'll tell you what. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Whoa now. But that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over me at once more. Al, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Hey Al, just write a haiku. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Write a haiku and I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. It's the easiest poem, haiku. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Al, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 4 girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Sayori, the happy girl, Natsuki, the tsundere, Yuri, the quiet one who was mature and quiet, and of course Monica, the Mary Sue or something. Well, Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Hey, it'll be fun. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. I wiggle my eyebrows, you can't see it. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. First of all, I know I'm picking this one. Okay. Okay. Ambient. Happiness. Existence? Huh. This means something else. Entropy? Well, this is gonna go bad quick. Infinite, that sounds cool. Philosophy. As you can probably tell, I'm going for her. Universe, yes. Imagination. Beauty, okay. Can't go wrong. Where's Monica? Horror, because she likes horror, she said. Desire. Memories. Daydream. Despise. Fantasy. Okay, she likes that. Adventure. Okay. Okay, I can do this. Sadness. Wow. Eternity. Analysis. Yes. Emotions. Emotions work. Of course she would pick that. She would go for that. Hi again, Al! Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I'll at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Al. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. CR told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, then you won't see the end of this. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh! Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Is she one of those anime is art guys? I mean, guys, not saying it isn't art. It is art. I mean, hey, look at it. This art style is great. Andy Warhol drew soup. Don't worry, guys. Al always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. That's not a singular word, game. Is it? Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Al can be good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. I just already see my character and her together. Oh, you even brought you something today, you know. What, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess this means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, won't make it a big deal if we don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. We could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. That's what book clubs are about. How's this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks she'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you, I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Joy and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Mitsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. She really wants to discuss it with you. Ow. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and her eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in the book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? I wonder if I should reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Oh, I know. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean... I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about, anyway? Read the back, Al! Al! Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. Yeah, she's smart. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Is it Russian or something? There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. She's secretly like an emo kid or whatever, like a friggin' goth. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Al? No, it's not that. I mean, I definitely enjoy these kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Yeah. Yeah, it's like the bad guy, he isn't like... The bad guy shouldn't be all like, I'm gonna be evil because I am objectively evil. No, like, they have their motives, and like a good villain is sympathetic, you know? A good villain is someone like you can sympathize with. Like Mr. Freeze, he tries to save his he was trying to save his wife when he froze his wife who had cancer or whatever. is trying to save her. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one. They're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. Other things like books and writings for my thoughts. I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. Okay, that's not a problem. That's just called letting your mind wander. Happens to me all the time. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. Sludge Club, after all. That's true. In fact, might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I stepped into the seat next to yours. Oh! Sorry. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. Sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. I would feel comfortable around her. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. Glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry! I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't... I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against yours, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Oh! It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page, Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. This is so cute. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. More like about a third of your vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. Oh! I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I might be impatient if it takes you a little bit longer. It's probably the least I can do. You're smiling. Since it's been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Mary no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, then I flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but don't say anything regrettable, Al! The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Okay, you think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But Al, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing that you think like that. Wait! I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant that it's kinda cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone! I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? It's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. You know how normal people just crease the page or use a bookmark. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? You sound like my teacher. Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. I just clicked on a bunch of words. What could you have possibly come up with? Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf, torn from a spiral notebook. Another thing, why is it called loose leaf? Loose, I guess. But why leaf? On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. You can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. I wonder which one of them would be the one to, dot their eyes with hearts. I guess probably Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Natsuki, she likes poems, or... I know, it's kinda meant for Yuri, but... Just pick randomly. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. Oh, okay. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lightening. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? It stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. I noticed when I clicked it, there was a ding in the music. When she changed the expression, it synced up perfectly. Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. It just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Must be a quirk. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Like what? I haven't been through that myself, I kinda learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. But the end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. I don't know. I try to be... What I try to do whenever I write things is just... I just write what comes to my mind, and it usually just ends up terrible. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. It's kind of me. Sometimes I quiet, sometimes they just never shut up. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learn by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking with people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. The answer is yes, Al. The answer is yes. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamfully, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of fun. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. It's not that it's terrible, it's that it's too curvy. I can't read it. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Oh, crap. Well, I just don't read script very often. I forgot how to read for a long time. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yes, cursive is pretty, but it's frickin' impossible to read. In the future, it's gonna look like another language. We're gonna see it as another language in the future. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Al. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. That's true. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. Yeah, and this music does not fit it. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Al. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? She said Natsuki is biased. I'll be the judge of that. Maybe the biased judge, maybe not. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me, princess. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? Whoa now! Excuse me, princess, I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. It's got something you'd find in a children's book. It's like I said earlier. You look and act younger than you are, Mitsuki. This is a common trope in... And yeah, I told you that you were gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. Oh, I feel that. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Yeah, it's like, it's always gotta be like some kind of standard, just like, right this way, right this way. It's like, because it's still... But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Yes. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Look, there's this one guy who published a book that was literally just the letter I on all the pages. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. I've been saying I feel that a lot, I think. Just like, I don't know. A lot of things I've been relating to right now instead. So yeah, it's like, see other people be awesome, and it's like, look at yourself and say, wow, I suck. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Fane again. I'm glad you learned something. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. I honestly don't know this. Who should I read my poem to next? Sorry, saving Monica for last, since she's, you know, leader of the club and all. This is a good poem, Al. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who could be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Al. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Yeah, you're just kind of a dingle, Al. Trying new things like this for other people. It's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not really sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Know how much this means to her now. Yeah, you just want to hang out with pretty girls, don't you? Guys. Well, I am one. I'm just like, come on, man, respect the woman. Yeah, I mean, he does respect the woman. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. Can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Then you're not thinking outside the box now. Why do you think I answered to a multiple choice question with yes? I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. She must be the kind of person who's like, they say, you can't start a project the day before it's due and expect to finish a project the day before it's due and expect a good grade. That's because I can do it the day it's due. I still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast! Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. Just run to school with the toast in... I bet she ran to the school with the toast in her mouth. It's another trope. I get all cranky. Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess there's no point in arguing. Although, usually, for me, it's just like, I barely eat a thing. Some people are saying that, like, I don't eat much. I kinda honestly don't know about my... like I do feel... Anyway, thanks for showing me. I'm really light. It's kind of a problem. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Subjective, Monica. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Who should I poem my poem to next? I don't know. Should I show it to Monica? Okay, Monica. Hi, Al. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Okay, for one, I think we should get some PR or whatever, spread the word so we can get more members. This is an empty room. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like I'm just gonna guesstimate and say that there are 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna make a guesstimate and say there are 16 desks here. And it's like, and 4 people. We need a bunch more people. Dude, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? And I don't know why, but it's always weird when there's like a group of people and only one of them is a guy. Sorry, guys. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Ow, you yes man. I mean, guess I am in no... guess I'm in no place to judge. I'm kind of a yes man. Anyway, want to share a poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Al. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? Oh yeah, I see. But that's sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. Great job, Al. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Ugh, it's too deep for me, bruh. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Yes, like Roderick Heffley said, always lower your parents' expectations. It applies for everyone, really. Lower the expectations, you know. Have them set the bar low. Have them set the bar so low you can walk under it. That way, they'll be like, wow, dude. Yeah. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes us kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Gee. Oh, I did not know that. Nope, did not know that at all. I'm definitely not writing that down on some paper. Unlike Sayori, uses simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. That explains that. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. Leaving things up for interpretation, yes. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. Both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. Never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always hope you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I'll always feel that way, you know? You have to... I see. Yep. Leaders, they have to put up an act when... They have to look like they can take trust. We don't know. Like, people put on a mask. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction of the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. That happens when I say. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. She talking about God or something? So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Freeform jazz. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better, we're friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you write a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. So just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. God, I get this a lot, so it's like, write something down and go back to it later. Another way to think about it is this. Yeah, it's what you're trying to... I don't know. I just have trouble coming up with ideas in general. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. I'd just be scribbling on paper, Monica. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Mediocre? Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are presenting. Oh, I see what you mean now. I always feel that people are just incredibly quick about writing. I don't know. Across the room, Sayori and Monica happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. We can never be proud of what we write. It sucks. They They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Suspicious language. Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely mess the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. Natsuki, I'm starting to think that you're a hipster. How could that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Yeah. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Al did too. So based on that, I'm glad to give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a lot of time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change it anytime soon, unless of course they come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Al liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.